Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves in the wrestling world lately, Joey Janela's sudden departure from Produce Wrestling. Now, if you're like me, you've probably been following Joey's career for a while, and this move feels like a pretty big deal. But what's really going on here? Let's break it down. First off, the announcement itself is pretty straightforward. Joey and Megan Bayne are stepping down as curators for the Produce show scheduled for September 13th in Jersey City. But what makes this really interesting is the tone of the announcement. Joey's not just saying, "Hey, we're moving on." He's explicitly stating he won't be working with Produce in any capacity moving forward. That's a hard line to draw, and it immediately raises questions. Why such a definitive break? What's the backstory here? Personally, I think this goes beyond just a professional split. Joey's follow-up tweets give us a glimpse into the personal dynamics at play. He calls out Adam, who I'm assuming is a key figure at Produce, for a change in behavior over the past year or two. Joey describes him as unhinged, deplorable, and embarrassing, which is pretty strong language. This isn't just a business disagreement, it feels personal. And that's what makes this situation so compelling. In wrestling, the lines between personal and professional are often blurred, and this seems like a classic case of that. What many people don't realize is how much these behind-the-scenes relationships shape the wrestling landscape. Joey's decision to walk away from Produce isn't just about him, it's about the broader ecosystem of independent wrestling. He's taking the matches he'd planned for the event and moving them elsewhere, which is a bold move. It shows he's not just cutting ties, he's actively reshaping his involvement in the scene. This raises a deeper question: how much power do individual wrestlers have in shaping the industry? Joey's actions suggest he's not willing to compromise his values or his vision, even if it means walking away from a prominent platform. A detail I find fascinating is Joey's emphasis on supporting independent wrestling despite this fallout. It's almost like he's saying, "I'm out, but the movement continues." This isn't just a personal grudge, it's a statement about the importance of the independent scene as a whole. From my perspective, this is Joey doubling down on his identity as a champion of indie wrestling, even if it means burning bridges elsewhere. If you take a step back and think about it, this situation is a microcosm of the larger tensions in wrestling today. On one hand, you have the corporate, polished world of mainstream promotions. On the other, you have the raw, unfiltered energy of the independents. Joey's decision to leave Produce feels like a vote for the latter. He's choosing authenticity over compromise, and that's a stance that resonates with a lot of fans. What this really suggests is that wrestling, at its core, is about more than just matches, it's about relationships, values, and identity. Joey's departure from Produce isn't just a news story, it's a reflection of the ongoing battle for the soul of the sport. Personally, I think this is one of those moments that will be remembered as a turning point, not just for Joey, but for the independent wrestling scene as a whole. So, where does this leave us? Well, for one, I'm excited to see what Joey does next. He's always been someone who marches to the beat of his own drum, and this move feels true to that spirit. But it also leaves me wondering about the future of Produce. Who's going to step in as the new curator? How will the promotion recover from this high-profile split? These are questions I'll definitely be keeping an eye on. In the end, what makes this story so compelling is its humanity. It's not just about contracts or bookings, it's about people, their relationships, and their principles. And that's what wrestling, at its best, is all about. So, what do you think? Is Joey making the right move? Or is this a bridge too far? Let me know in the comments below. Until next time, keep supporting independent wrestling, because that's where the real magic happens.